you doing? So, I want to talk about the good and bad of business, right? So, yesterday I made a post on Facebook and Instagram talking about how hard it was to make YouTube videos and how I could start businesses, yada yada yada, right? Well, the thing is, right, is that sometimes in business you're going to be broke. Sometimes you're going to be making a lot and it'll be lucrative. But the number one thing to never do is just to say fuck it and give up. You know, because there's a lot of people that are going to want to say that they told you so. And, it's up to you to dig deep and say, this is what I want to do. I'm not going to give up. And that's that. There's a lot of, I just recently had a situation where I had to figure out how to make money because I have extreme anxiety and agoraphobia, right? So it made it hard for me to run my business. Now, anybody else would say, oh, well, I'm just going to give up because there's no way that I could get back to work. There's no way that I could do the things that I want to do. And if you want it, you got to keep on fighting because it's not just something that, a higher power, whatever you believe in, is just going to say, okay, well, here you go because you've been working hard. It's not like that. As much as, we all want it to be like that and think, oh, well, I'm really good at this. How come my business doesn't seem to be working out? And with business, like, good and bad, you're always going to want to practice a few things, to make sure that you're successful. One is good self-care. That's not just like bathing and, things like that. It's stuff that you have to take personal care of yourself. Like you have to make sure you take time for yourself to enjoy the little things because you can always make money. You can't get time back. And a lot of people say, oh, I'll rest when I'm dead, or, oh, well, once I get financially stable, I'll be able to, do that. Well, any day, something could happen to you, and it's up to you to make sure that you're, doing the right things as far as self-care, as, eating right. There's a lot of people that I know, they just want to eat on the road. Like I was that type too. It made me really sick. I gained 100 pounds more than I usually was, and I actually lost about 80 pounds from that, by switching up how I eat and how I do things now. It's easy in business to sit there and say, well, I have to take care of this, I have to take care of that, and it's a good practice. When you're in a business, you want to practice that beck and call. You want to make yourself readily available, and you want to do things the right way. But at the end of the day, you cannot get time back. You can get money back, you can't get time back. You can get quality time with your family, but if you spend your whole 24/7, 365, kind of just devoting yourself to one thing, and not taking time, aside from that to live your life, you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna experience extreme losses, and then when it's all gone and something bad has happened, you're gonna say, oh, all that time I spent doing that, I wish I would have just taken a little bit of time to go swimming with the kids, or plan that camping trip, or hang out with my buddies and go fishing, or watch a game, because it's easy when you're making a lot of money to get caught up and just be like, oh, well, fuck, I'm making a lot of money right now, I don't really need to waste my time doing this or doing that. And it's important to stay vigilant and always to practice your craft, and make sure that that things are running fluidly. But it's also really important for you to take some time to smell the roses, you know. And that's like the good and that's what I mean by the good and bad in businesses, you know. It's like you beat yourself down physically, you're eating horrible food, you're stressing yourself out to make sure everything's getting done right, but you're not taking that time to make sure that your body and your mind is running functional and properly. Which is, you know, it's like people say with working out, right? Is that it's 90% of what you put in your mouth and 10% what you do in the gym, right? Well, it's kind of the same thing with business. You know, you can your business is a portion of your day to help you that makes you money, right? If you love it, they say you never work a day in your life, right? But it's easy to get yourself caught up in simplifying things because you're making money to, you know, put people in charge that shouldn't be in charge because they don't know what they're doing. It's easy to, you know, stop taking good care of yourself physically and mentally because time is of the essence and you want to make more and more and more and more and more money, right? So the thing is that, like I said in my introduction video once before, is that I've lost businesses, I've gained businesses, right? But the thing is that I'm always still doing those trades. It's just what is more lucrative in the moment that I take advantage of. So I had to restart everything from scratch. I lost everything, you know, and I did some things that I needed to do to get money together, so that way I could get, you know, I'd go back to work, and then I had to get myself back in my own business, you know. But the whole time I was sitting there, and it was like, I didn't take any time to spend with my children. I didn't take any time to, you know, go for a walk. I didn't take time, you know, to make good food that was healthy for me. It was like I was making a lot of money, so I was just eat fast food, do this, do that. And that's what I mean, you know. Your business cannot consume your life. Like, do what you have to do, practice it, make sure that you're doing all the right things and that your business is running fluidly, but also make sure that you're running fluidly. Because once again, you can get money back. You can't get, you know, sometimes you can do a lot of damage to yourself physically and you can't get that back. Or you can, but you're never going to be quite the same, you know. And, you know, you take time to say, I didn't spend all that time with my family, and then you can't get that back, you know. Money is not everything. It really isn't. I know my name is Mitch Knows Money, and I preach nothing about making money in business, but I think it's good also to remind people what I'm doing, you know, because it took me a long time to realize that money is not everything. You know, it's is it helpful? Of course. Can you live a great life and have a good time with money? Of course. But there's certain things that you do not get back. You know, we only get one life. You do not, you know, it's not a do-over button and say, oh, well, you know, I spent my whole life trying to make money and do this and do that, and I lost a lot of time with my family. Um, can I start over? Because it's not how it works. You know, once it's done, it's done. So it's important to figure out everything that you can do so that way you can practice you can practice how to make sure your business is going to run the way you want it to. But it's not okay, you know, to put yourself detriment, you know, or hurt yourself to make your business better. You know, it's good to work hard. It's good to appease the people. It's good to, you know, be reliable source to people if that's what your craft is for. But it's not okay, you know, like, there's a lot of people that will take advantage of the fact that you are in business. There's a lot of people that are going to say, you know, they got that fake love where they want to help you out and this and that, and then, you know, you invest time with them, and then it's like, okay, well, now they're not even friends no more, or they're not business partners no more, and you spent a lot of, excuse me, you spent a lot of time, trying to please people that you won't get back. You know, your children, your wife, girlfriend, whatever you got. Those people sometimes get put to the wayside when you're a busy man, and it's not okay. I mean, it's good to be a good provider, but it's not okay to push people aside that are there for you. You know, because then, at the end of the day, when you sit there and you're complaining, and they're there to help you and listen, and they're your venting ear. But then when Monday comes along and you're headed out with your boots on and you're going to work, and then they fall to the wayside until you have a problem. That's not okay. It's not okay to just be completely what's the word I'm thinking of? It's not okay just to be completely consumed by one thing and to put people that you love and yourself second, because that's one thing that I messed up. I fucked up bad, and I realize that now. You know, it took me a long time, but I realize that it's more about quality of life than it is having the best of the best. So I hope this vlog helped somebody today. I just wanted to let people know that, take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your business, but don't be consumed by just making money and pushing everybody to the side. Because one day they may not be there, and you hope and pray that you could get it back, but sometimes there's damages that are done that you can't replace. So I hope this helped everybody. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or sad, but I think with business, you have to learn the good that comes with it and the bad that comes with it. Because everybody talks about money, success, doing this, doing that, and everything being great, but nobody ever talks about the downfalls and the hardships that you will deal with. So if this helped you today, make sure you like and subscribe to hear more. And hopefully these useful tips are always good for you. God bless, and I hope everybody's striving.